Emil, thank you for joining us. Coming to you from Melbourne, which I know when you were asked during the year, which is your sort of favourite city tournament, you did mention Melbourne, the Australian Open, and you travel to so many great places around the world. What was it about Melbourne that certainly struck you?
I like the city a lot. It's very calm and I mean, it's just the vibe is very, very nice. I like it. It's just a little too far. So once a year is fine. Can't really go that often. So, yeah, I mean, of course, the Australian Open it's a beautiful tournament. But just there is something about the city that is very nice. Good restaurants. It's just some things to see. Feels more like I would say home. There's more parks and stuff, and it's you have a little bit of everything, so it's very nice. I just like the place.
Obviously, we've been following and tracking your career, and incrementally you've been building your ranking and really cementing yourself in the top 100 in the last 12 months. How do you see just the evolution of your game right now? Because sometimes in this sport you can be in a bit of a hurry, and it's, I suppose, people around you are also saying this is a long journey and you've just got to you've got to build it and put in the hard work.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yeah, like you said, I've been in the top 100 now for a little time, and I think we've made some good improvements now, especially the US Tour. I was able to make 2 semis, and pretty much every match I was there fighting, and I always learned something, even though I got some tight losses and the matches I maybe had in my hands. But then with my team, we took the best out of it and learned, and then I was able to use it in the next matches. But yeah, I think I've improved in many aspects, and that has shown in the results as well.
I mean, you've taken the scalp of Zverev this year, had that great win against Monfils at the Australian Open. So when you look at your level, what's the glaring part that you think, okay, I need to absolutely get that to the next level? Because there's the technical side, and then obviously the men's tour has just every year become even more physical, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the physical side is for sure that you can keep it up for the whole year. I mean, that's the main thing. I mean, it's you play well one week, it doesn't really cut it. You have to perform every week and week after week for the whole. And now the year is becoming very long. I mean, there will be a chance to play the home challenger. It's finishes just before December. So I mean, we started basically the 2nd of January this year, and so the year is very long. So I mean, you have to keep it up, and but that's also something we've been working a lot just to bring it out week after week, and now it's been better. Mentally, physically, everything you have to keep it up. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest things that you have to just keep improving, that you can be there and get the wins and when you can.
The nomadic lifestyle of a tennis player, has it come naturally for you just to sort of jump on plane, go from country to country, tournament to tournament? Are you a person that misses home at times, family, just, I suppose, friends you've grown up with? I mean, getting that whole sort of balance right between being a professional sports person and just having a normal life, if you like.
I mean, like I said in the previous interview, I just feel like it's now that I've been playing more these tournaments at this level, it's just know more guys. It's just a little bit more relaxed. Nothing is that new anymore, and it's just nicer to be at tournaments. So that helps, of course. I mean, you have to enjoy it. Otherwise, it's very difficult to be there week after week. But yeah, I mean, the longest trip now was the US one, 7 weeks. Of course, that's a long time. You still travel then inside US a lot, so there's so many flights, and it has its pluses and minuses, I would say. But you have to get used to it, and of course, it's very nice to go back to home and see family, friends, girlfriend. I mean, it's very important also. But yeah, you have to find the balance, but that's what this profession is about. So you better get used to it, otherwise it's very difficult.
Very true. Just speaking of home, I mean, obviously Finland hasn't got a history of producing a long line of tennis players. Jarkko Nieminen was terrific there for a long time, and Henry Continent played doubles with our very own John Pearce, very successful together. What sort of news do you make back in Finland, and how do you see the tennis system there in developing, more future players?
Well, I hope there's going to be. I mean, we don't have that many guys at the moment. Like when I go back, there's not many to go. We have some guys in college, so when they come back, it's nice when you can practice with them. But now that if I go back, the few there are, they might be in tournaments as well, so it's not easy. But yeah, I hope in the future there might be more guys that want to play professional and try it and give it a try. Never know what happens, so I hope, let's say, even if I can inspire some kids that they might try and have the will and the let's say just the joy to play tennis. I hope I can do that, but yeah, it's not very big tennis country, so but at least now we have Heliovara here in the same tournament, and the two other guys are in Europe now in Sweden playing futures, and then Continent's also playing doubles. But yeah, it's just you can count the guys who play at this level with one hand, so it's not too many.
And just one last one for you. I mean, to see Medvedev break through at the US, Zverev, Tsitsipas, Berrettini have been inside the top 10 for a little while, and then there's Felix and Shapovalov and others, and you're coming in that sort of 22, 23 age bracket. Do you feel like now there's a real chance to get more breakthroughs, just the way the men's game is shaping? I mean, you did a pre-season with Rafa, and we want to see, Rafa come back. Hopefully there's a little bit more of Roger, and Novak's still got a couple of, probably 3 or 4 years still at his best. It's a fascinating time in men's tennis.
Yeah, well, I feel like now we just got a new Grand Slam champion, and he showed some pretty high level tennis, especially in the final. Well, throughout he didn't lose one set in the whole tournament or something. So, but yeah, I feel like the level is so close at the moment, especially in every tournament. Of course, Grand Slam is different. Like Novak is at his best when those best out of 5 matches, but yeah, I feel it's very close at the moment. Like anybody could. And there has been more breakthroughs, and yeah, so everybody's thinking more like, why not me if somebody else did it? So yeah, I think it's a lot of guys that have the hunger to get deeper in the tournaments, and so that brings the level is very high.
I'm going to squeeze one just on Nadal. When you did train with him and spend some time with him, what were the biggest things you took out of a great experience to be around a guy who's been an absolute champion of our sport?
Yeah, last 2 years we went to Mallorca to his academy to practice, and both times I was able to practice with him also. So the first time was also, of course, I was more nervous. It was something very new, and he hits the ball so hard from the first ball on. So it's I will say that there is no one that you get such an experience. It's just a different kind of way that he approaches the practices, and of course how he plays. I won't say that, even say Novak. It's nicer. He hits the ball cleaner, and it's not as high the pace in the practice. But that's something very, very different. So but he's a great guy. Of course, in practice he's so focused on everything, so you don't really chat about anything else. But it's and he's a great guy. So it was very, very nice to get those experiences, and hopefully I get a few more in the future.
Really appreciate the chat. Thank you. Good luck. Look forward to seeing you back here.
Yeah, thanks.